Yeah, well, we only have we only have 3 staff members here who have minimum hours in their contract. The rest don't. So we only have 3 staff that we need to keep at minimum hours. The others fluctuate. But, minimum wage is going up again. And we are already on a skeleton crew. So because the business is owned by my parents, what's likely to happen is that my hours, I'll do more and I'll cover the time of other staff who will lose hours, and I'll slot it instead.
Yeah.
Because minimum wage goes up, we've so we're a cafe, right? We have sausage rolls for $5.50. They're really big sausage rolls.
Yeah.
But if to increase wages, we need to increase our food. And really, how much more can you pay for a sausage roll? So who's going to pay $7 or $8 or whatever? So it's not. I think the general consensus is that wages go up, so does the cost of everything. And in our particular case, we've got a real loyal customer base, and we might increase a little, but not so much that it's really going to shoot ourselves in the foot. So really, it is our staff that are going to pay the cost for it, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
And just because wages goes up doesn't mean you get more money coming in every week. We did cut back our staffing because our revenue dropped, and that wasn't because of minimum wage. It's because the amount of cafes and restaurants that are going up in Whanganui especially.
Yeah, I saw that because one of the things that I've picked up on by looking at the 2018 minimum wage review is that there's kind of this, the government kind of draws a line between business owners and their employees and stuff like that, but really 97% of businesses in the country are small businesses, not the big kind of conglomerates like farmers or Pack and Save or those kind of things that can actually afford the prices of wage increases. But do you think that do you think the government kind of overlooks the fact that a lot of 97% of businesses are small businesses and can't and have hit a lot harder?
I think absolutely. I think they don't. It might be a consideration, but they don't look deep enough into it because you're right. I'm not entirely sure on the statistics, but I know that a huge number of small businesses fail within their first 1 to 2 years, and that's got a lot to do with and then revenue, the tax system, and how that works.
Yeah.
And I think if they look harder into it, it's small businesses that suffer. And like I said, when that minimum wage gets up to $22 an hour, we're going to lose some staff.
Yeah.
And and actually as a result, my parents are looking to sell. They're looking to sell the business because it's hard at the moment.
Oh, really?
So it's wage. So we had wages this week, and sitting at around, I think this week actually it might have been more like 32 to 34%, which isn't too bad, but it's not where we'd like to be.
Yeah.
But even then, I had to run to the bank and bank stuff just to pay our staff today. So it's not like that every payday, but it's getting tight. So they're looking to get out because they don't want to have to do that to the staff, but I really don't know what the options are.
Yeah.
No, I agree. So at some time, a lot of my parents' retirement and savings were going into the business, and I said to them, this is not a viable business because it's not standing on its own. So you really need to look at it and either get out or make changes so that you're not putting your life savings into it, which is what they were doing. So they probably contributed over $100,000 into the business. We would have to look at diversifying into other ways for income. So whether that be having Friday nights with live bands and kind of closing off the car park, or whether we do things at night. We're a cafe, so we're not open at night. So whether we look at other ways outside the cafe and outside cafe hours to generate income, and I think small businesses could look to diversify in some way.
How are you diversifying? So what are the plans that you looking at, sorry?
Well, we could, and we're not, but we could we could look at getting live music in every Friday and becoming a bar at night, or having a couple of nights as a restaurant, or hiring the place out as a function centre. There are other ways we can make money, but with that comes risk, especially if you're hiring the place out to other people, and we still need staff on site. So I'm not. Yeah, I think small businesses could look to other ways, but I absolutely understand how much harder they will be to try and work out with. We'd also look at creating our own product line. So whether that's cold meat rubs or chutneys or I don't know, something like that, we could look to do that. So
is that like I said, the Wanganui Manawatu region has the most people on the minimum wage. Do you think that the government kind of overlooks that difference as well? Is that places such as yours, the area and maybe other areas, I feel like their ideas are kind of city centric in terms of that. Yeah. And I can't say I've looked too much into it, but I do. You see an article about minimum wage or business this or business that, and I actually read the comments a lot. And it seems that it's not just government that has that opinion, and the opinions that agree with government or don't actually quite delve deep enough into it, I think are very city-centric. So I think that you're probably talking about your Aucklanders, and maybe your Aucklanders, not so sure about your Wellingtonians, but it feels very much as though their models are based on perhaps a small business in Auckland who has the population to support it, as opposed to a small business in Wanganui who may have the population but also have so many other of those businesses in such a small space. So I would agree with that.